It was tough,
And
yeah.
looks like Lolita coming into play here.
Okay.
We are going to see a high loss XP.
What I'm trying to see right now is, yeah, this will be our revitalized Lolita.
Yes.
Let him cook.
Coach
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Right at the last spot means there's
Hold
more
up in
than-
here.
It is. It's nice that it's cold, by the way.
Chilly.
It's chilly. And we're jumping in back into the land of dawn.
All right, let's go.
It's not chilly here. Right now it's full force. MP the King getting a good look at him. He's up against a titan in the jungle, obviously himself, Carl TZ.
For sure.
We'll see if MP the King can. I would say that my biggest critique with MP the King so far, watching him play, is just, you know, he's a very. We even heard this from Coach Arcadia. He knows his attitude when he plays, and like he is for those playmaking abilities. But he's got to rely on the team and play around that too. I think a little bit more so, and that's been the struggle, honestly, for Blacklist International. Different variations of the lineup they brought to the table.
Which I think here I'm gonna side on the I'm gonna err on the side of optimistic, right?
Okay.
Look at the bright side.
Let's look at
if
it.
you will. The hero he's on right now, Nolan.
Yeah.
It plays to his strength. Like he's allowed to be a little selfish here, long as he's aware of what the situation is like.
Yeah.
He can say, all right, whatever, you know, Lord JM, Haji, do whatever, drop the bomb, exhort, I'm gonna clean up house. Like that's what a Nolan does. So
Yeah.
luckily, that's what their lineup is making possible for them. On the other hand, though, Team Liquid PH, it's not gonna be so easy given that, again, they come off quick, you know? Like off the snap of a finger, JP can just be right behind you.
Yeah, and not only that, but this Jawhead, man, speaking of just JP in general, the Jawhead alone as a hero has popped up in, I don't think every single series, but it seems like it's more often than not. And the Jawhead is such a great roam option right now for those pickoff potentials, you know, letting you get that favorable skirmish going on early game. And it's something that teams kind of have to play around too. And so with that, like TLPH, you're going to see them go ahead and kind of get in position for the first objective. Carl Tease is making his way here. But that's who you want to keep your eye on. It's either JP to force it or even Sanford once he joins the fights here. Because that's what we see from Edith time and time again.
Luckily, all 4 members of TLPH that's willing to fight are here. They do send Betty Cutie off to farm, which means Oheb will have to answer back because he is missing quite a few waves. And look at that. They're delaying this turtle, man. Have you ever seen an early game turtle shuffle? Like, this is what it is.
It's very delayed.
Whoa!
Boy's pathway going to be dropped down, and there's the ejector we're talking about. MP the King will get the turtle. They're going to go for the fight. Into the Eternal Guard being dropped down already. And they get stopped in their tracks. TLPH has to come to a halt. There's a huge diversion, though.
The re-engage!
But they won't be able to pick off the targets of Blacklist International.
What impresses me the most about that whole sequence is Blacklist knew that that's where TLPH would send themselves, and they knew how to disengage.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a great exit. It's a plan.
Whoa.
Oh, Lord JM. Oh.
Lord JM, he's taking it up. He knows it, too.
All right, he's good. He's fine. What I would say is it's an Olympic gymnastic landing. You know what I mean? Like, you can get the flips in, but what if you land on your head? They landed on their feet.
They did. You know, at this point, you got to land on your feet more often than your head, I would say, right? So JP might get set up here. Already getting that retribution is too much to handle. JP will get picked off here. Blade of Heptacy is also being picked up for MP the King, so it's going to help spike up that damage a little bit more on this Nolan, like we've been talking about. And now they'll focus topside, get a little extra gold in their pockets, about a 1K gold lead now.
Blacks International clearly in control, drawing first blood, taking that first turtle. And TLPH are definitely put into the back foot this time around, which sucks for a Jawhead. We were talking about JP and the Jawhead. A Jawhead that's on the defense is not a very happy Jawhead.
You know, whether he's happy or not, the thing about Haji, too, I know we didn't get a chance to point this out because Renmar was talking about the revitalized Lolita, but it is the Flicker Lolita.
It's an old school Lolita.
I like that better, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you get to go for those setups with the Numenon Blast that you're used to seeing on Lolitas. Because they already have it from Lord JM, you know? Yeah, like, let Lord JM on the high-lows take the Revitalize. Get that playmaking potential battle spell for Lolita.
All right, to be fair, I don't think we've ever seen a Lolita and a Hylos be together. But wait, Haji trying to catch JP, bonking him, forcing an ejector. Let's be on cooldown for the remainder of the turtle take. Now at about 4/5 of its health.
can see it. Haji setting up for what I was talking about, but Sanford goes in first. They're going to force the fight. Blast comes down. MP the King will get the objective again. Benny Cutie on the backside, forcing him back. Exort in trouble. Even with the Eternal Guard will be taken out. And on the other side of the map, it's Lord JM that goes down, and Benny Cutie gets punished. Right now, the trade going still. MP the King possibly looking for more as he's focusing on Sanji. Sanji trying to bob and weave, but won't be able to escape.
He was but a half second
Whew.
too late.
Too late.
All right, so Benny Cutie on the sprint. I mean, he knows what he's doing. It's just there was way too many members of Blacklist left despite him cutting right through, dropping that blazing duet into the back line. Let's see where he was. Yeah, he wasn't nearly even kitted up to do that much damage. He's behind the Filipino sniper by about 1,500 gold. That's huge. Joseph, there's already a Starlium scythe
on Oheb.
On Oheb.
And I don't know, man. Benny Cutie, I didn't expect him there to be that big of a difference in terms of the gold.
I mean, he got a kill, but
there's a kill there, but still, he's gonna have to do some catch up at least for now. And we know this. Like, claw takes a while.
Uh-oh.
Version's gonna be used here. Multiple members, the whole squad coming through that one.
Oh,
they get knocked up though into the glorious pathway, and they fall into Blacklist International's trap as Sanford goes down too. JP and Sanford gone out of the equation. That might be all the Blacklist International gets, but man, did they counter that play?
They picked a fight with a 5th grader as 2nd graders. They just and then they're punching out, and then they were punching up.
This is not like playground you want to be punching
Give
out.
me your lunch, never mind. Give me all. 7 minutes in, Blacklist, about 4,000 gold off. The last turtle spawning in the upper quarter. You know what? I'm not so sure if that last sequence that obviously TLPH got punished for would be enough to stop him from doing that, because Carl T's notorious for forcing plays like that and still getting away with it.
Yeah, and at times it might be a risk, but they made the call. They tried to make the play. Doesn't happen in their favor. Now objective secured here once again. Diversion can be used, but Blacklist wants to fight under the turret. Haji does get down, but they get collapsed in under it all. 3 down. Oheb finally gets taken care of, and Haji out of the picture as well, but Sanford's going to be next as Exort grabs the double.
What did I tell you? It was just mere
Benny?
moments. Oh, Benny Cutie!
He's got it! Okay!
Run, Benny!
He's trying to run! But MP the King won't let him.
Even on an individual level, Team Liquid PH got that dog in them.
Oh, man.
Nothing comes for free, man. I see a kill, I want to take it.
He needs more of that, Benny Cutie's like, I know I'm behind, I'm going for it. And unfortunately, MP the King is not going to let him withstand that, not going to let him get away with it. They're already punching up. You can't take some coins and money and walk away.
And they're not trying to get as much. Yeah. All right. Still maintaining a 4,000 gold lead. TLPH, you know what? I'm wondering if they keep going, if they keep doing this, they hit critical mass and eventually they close the gap. What if, right? What if this is the Team Liquid PH manifesto? We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep forcing fights so that eventually Oheb doesn't even scale up anymore. MP the King can't even clean house. What if?
Just keep...
What's the gap? All right, 500 between Carl and MP. And
I think it was almost nearly 2,000 between the gold.
Oh, that's the dangerous part. Oh!
Yeah. And so Benny Cutie, like, he's scrambling at this point, trying to find anything that he can.
He needs the money.
He needs that money. Like, he's got to catch up.
Give me the money.
Oh, man, Benny Cutie. You can see, get a good look here, too. Oheb, as we talked about, outmatched in that gold lane right now against Benny Cutie. The panel mentioned this, by the way.
They did.
They did talk about the difference with the gold lanes between these two players.
They look back at the history, and going head-to-head, Oheb has won more bouts against Benny Cutie than the other way around. So now, art imitates life. This is literally how it looks. Benny Cutie needs to farm up quite a handful more to get to where Oheb is.
And I like this because they're going to go ahead and slow down the Lord take for now. You're going to see, MP the King grabbing this buff that he needs here. They have plenty of time to go ahead and do this. Diversion going to be dropped in. Not sure. It looks like they sent Benny Cutie down to the bottom side. It goes back as well. So very good usage, Diversion, and then, of course, the BMI. And now Lord here. Half health for the taking. A Blacklist will initiate, dropping down the glorious pathway. They get knocked in. Lord JM, though, there's the stun with the Numinal Blast. JP has to run on the defense. Still looking for the Lord here. Sanford will push him off. Now Exor on the front side here. They jump back in once again. Benny Cutie blazing through to the backside, and Carl TC will get the Lord from it. Benny Cutie does get punished. Only one down for now. Oheb crosses Zaman Force, looking for the kill. Sanford will pick up a double, but MP the King will punish him before he goes down. That's 4 members of Blacklist International gone.
And Team Liquid Philippines walks away with the Lord. Highway robbery. We'll see it once again in the instant replay brought to us by Infinix. It started with, all right, I was going to rewind a little too far back, but the fact that all of Team Liquid PH were on the same page.
Yeah.
All of them were saying, you know what, Benny's down, but we got the Lord and we can force a fight. And Blacklist wasn't ready for it. I think this is where, Joseph, this is so full circle. This is where chemistry comes in. The fact that all of you are aware of how much you're all willing to give.
Yeah.
For the bigger picture. And here Team Liquid PH closed the gap. Hell, they have the lead now.
They got their money back.
They got their money back.
The little bit of money that was stolen, they got it back.
Oh.
And it's completely back in their favor here.
Whoa.
Oh, looking for more. Lord JM just taken care of.
Just like that. Have you ever seen a horse fly?
I have now.
There's a reason why they don't. Save for one. Save for Pegasus.
Give him a, I was gonna say, give him a Pegasus skin, man. Give Hylos the Pegasus skin.
There's another skin coming up, but ladies and gentlemen, look at the map. It's turned blue. The Cavalry have had their way, and it came from back-to-back-to-back attempts at turning the tables on Blacklist International. Now they're looking at about a 2,000 gold lead, 12 minutes in. Prior, I'd say maybe 6 months ago, 9 months ago, it was just Carl TZ calling these shots on the Baksha, on the Akai, forcing these plays.
Yeah.
But now that he has a little bit more oomph, and the rest of them understand that this is our play style, this is our pace, they can all do that like that. Now it makes sense why Benicute was forcing kills earlier.
I was gonna say, it's like you mentioned earlier on, you know, maybe this is just the concept that TLPH wants to continue to play with. Even when they're down, they still force the fights of like, hey, look, we do believe in our synergy, our chemistry, whatever we want to call it, and we can go toe-to-toe with you even when we're down in terms of economy. And they've done it. So at this point, you know, they've pretty much brought things back, I would say, in their favor for the next Lord.
Liquid brings us a new definition of playing from behind.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a way to play from behind aggressively and not get punished for it. Hell, find a way to get back into the driver's seat. We're waiting for a Lord here, spawning about half a minute, lower quarter of the map. And look at this. This is just JP holding it, right? This is just JP holding it. Blacklist, they're all afraid. They even let go of the purple.
Yeah, they let go of it. I don't think they want to risk it, you know, even for MP the King here. He's only died once, but if he gets picked off, JP goes for Lord JM. Again, they're going to fight under the Zaman Force. Glorious pathway, look at the cutoff into the Numenor Blast. It's going to be able to find Benny. Sanji's in trouble. He's out of the picture. So 2 down already, still fighting back. Woo! Blacklist International looking for more. The flicker from Sanford for defense. And Benny Cutie will be fine, but this could be a lore down favor for Blacklist unless they can stop it.
The Cavalry have gotten punished. Overloaded with CC and zoning AoE skills. Let's see if Carl can pull a fast one.
Oh, look at the pressure Carl is just putting up here, just showing face.
The young goat.
Sanford and Benny waiting on, has the stacks. Glorious pathway going to be dropped down once again. Tries to get out of dodge. He's going to be fine. And MP the King will get the Lord. But it looks like they're going to fight. Diversion coming in from the other side. They give the call to go. Jawhead goes in. Looking for the toss-up. They're on the escape. Lord JM trying to run. Haji won't be able to get away. And neither will Oheb. So 2 down for Blacklist, but at least they got the Lord.
Kiel 1 is down. I repeat, Kiel 1 is down. When they get spread out, scattered, dispersed, Blacklist lose their main advantage. And because of that, this Lord is going to be taken care of in quick fashion by Team Liquid Philippines. MP!
So is MP 1v1. I think Carl Teasy had enough practice last night with Kyle Teasy. He brings it to this game.
He's all warmed up. He's sitting in the, no, he's not sitting in the same chair, but you know what I mean? Like, this is, oh wow, again, the pendulum hath swingeth. And now, once more, Team Liquid PH back in control. Another purple buff stolen away from MP.
All right, Blacklist International, how are you going to adjust from this?
All right, Benny and Oheb at deadlock. I mean, they're like their last item pending. And Carl is fully built. That explains that, Joseph. That explains that. He's about 1,000 ahead of MP. And you're looking at the rest of the lineups just slightly ahead for Team Liquid. That's what that 1,000 gold makes.
Yeah. It's that, but also I think TLPH is just playing around the fact that they can go for those pickoffs that we mentioned in the beginning of the game. It's either JP on the Jawhead or just utilizing Eva's kit here for Sanford. And that's the problem. Like, Blacklist International every time kind of has to wait for that.
Yep.
So when they approach the objective areas, you know, that's kind of what they're looking out for. Lord GM, we already saw him. He is the tanky guy alongside Haji. But either of them, if they're thrown behind the team of TLPH in the cutoff, they could potentially get bursted down.
Everything just falls apart. Look at this, Team Liquid PH sending 2 up there. This is the longest diversion. It's just a, it's a BMI showcase. And throughout the whole debacle, look at that. We missed the point that Blacklist just lost that inhibitor. So there's permanent damage they have to deal with in the long lane. Claude now, currently, is the 4th most picked hero in the history of MPL Philippines from Season 1 up until today. Picked 549 times in all its time. Oh!
Toss up again, and look at Lord JM's health bar. Gets brought to half health, still going to be fighting it out. JP has to flicker out. Benny Cutie on the backside already. A couple shots. Pops the blazing duet, takes the return damage and has to back off. BMI's out. A whole lot of ultimates expended.
Touche. And a whole lot of battle spells as well. Exort's Flicker, Lord JM's Revitalize, JP's Conceal, and his Flicker. But Sanford and Sanji, the Sansan duo, hold on to theirs. So that could definitely be up. All right, why don't we just BMI you out, clear the wave, come right back. The Lord is still standing. Despite everything that happened, that mini heart attack of a sequence, the Lord still stands. And now suddenly, another shuffle. And because, oh man, because of the Loyi and Claude, it's so hard for Blacklist to respond.
Yeah, it's such an advantage to work around on a macro level here.
A boon, if you will.
Yeah, with the Claude and the Loyi and the way they're utilizing that combination and the diversion. Now the Lord, though, the Lord dance going to be started up here. Oheb will stay up the front side. They got to protect MP the King. They know that setup from JP or Sanford can happen anytime.
Look at this deadly bush. Haji trying to find one.
There they go. They drop the Eternal Guard plus the Zaman Force. JP swinging on the backside. Who's he going to look for? Lord still being worked on for now, but they just back off. They didn't find the connections they were looking for. Glorious Pathway going to be dropped down. MP comes in, takes the Lord under Carl Teasy, but he will get punished as he goes down. Now Benny Cutie taking a couple shots at Lord JM. He has no response as he falls. The rest of Blacklist International trying to get back to base. They got the Lord. Good thing for MP the King.
But at what cost, Joseph? They lost 2 on the way out. Lord JM, the King MP, royalty out the door. Carl Teasy gets Extort and Haji dealing with this Lord.
Yeah, he's going to clear this out. Rest of the team focusing here on the base turrets, keeping those waves from pushing in, wanting to get the base turrets if they can. Eternal Guard's going to be used. Stay in that front side, trying to keep them from going, but Benny Cutie's going to jump in anyway. Goes in with the winner's crown and looks for more. Oheb's going to be punished as he falls, and Sanford will survive it all, but JP won't.
All right, JP sacrificed himself for 40. I think that's a better deal on the way out anyways. JP's your roamer, he can afford it, and they traded out for Oheb. It's been a tough past 10 minutes for Oheb. He was in control from the early to mid, and then suddenly, after Team Liquid PH hit their growth spurt, once they both have puberty, it was just so hard for Oheb, man.
We have taken the full circle just in
this is the game
playground alone.
It's the game of life now.
The game of life.
It's the game of life now. But mind you, Oheb actually has higher net worth right now at about 13.7 compared to Benny's 13 flat. So if Blacklist can actually hold on and get a little bit more gold, luckily they can. There's about a minute and a half before the next Lord spawns in the upper quarter. Oheb can juggle. Oheb can, play around with an immortality, play around with a winner crown, and then that's what makes Team Liquid PH's approach to this Lord a little more difficult, because you saw there, right? Everybody was watching. You guys were watching. Blacklist still has a very good 5-man team fight.
They have a great team fight. Like we just saw, even, you know, Lord JM just picked up his own winner's crown. So if all he does is drop down the Glorious Pathway, let's say he gets thrown by JP, he's actually okay because he can still pop that, you know, the winner's crown and be alive for a little bit longer while the rest of the team comes in.
Do it under the Glorious Pathway with a Revitalize?
Yeah.
It's like a little fountain.
Little
you got a mobile
healing fountain.
You got a mobile hospital.
You see how many shields they have too? Because of the fact that, again, you have this Lolita, you have
That's
the
right.
Flask of the Oasis there.
That's right.
Look at that. You're shielded up.
That's right. Esmeralda would have a field day with you.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen Esmeralda, you know, come through.
We'll see. We'll see. Because it's a pretty wide open metagame, man.
That's true. I like where we are with the current metagame, and even for this game, reaching this 21-minute mark.
Oh, yeah.
TLPH, I feel like after yesterday, they're primed and ready for this.
They got the cardio in.
They got the cardio in. They had an endurance test last night. So it's up to Blacklist International here to rise to the occasion, I think.
Which is an amazing laud for Blacklist. This means TLPH are giving the same respect to Blacklist as they do to their co-titans of MLBB, to Falcons, AP, Brent. Now another Lord Shuffle awaiting. It's at about half health, keeping it under control. Sanford and Carl TZ, Lord JM dancing around. Oh, they're waiting for Exort. I don't think Blacklist can take this without Exort.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait. He's got to go clear that wave too, and they know it. Also keeping an eye on where possibly that diversion play is going to go. JP shows face, has the conceal, throws Lord JM, pops the Revitalize in the winner's crown already. Haji will go in with the Noom Num Blast. Diversion's going to be used to the backside under the bottom turret. Still looking to push the lane. They might just go for a base push here.
Oh no!
As Blacklist tries to get to the base, but 3 members of the Cavalry are there.
Oh!
And that was the plan all along as they take game 1.
Damn you, Benny! Damn you! Blacklist International had it. It was their Lord. It was their fight. And with the help of Sanji and Sanford, the San duo, Liquid Philippines walks away with a win.
Always, always, always. How many times has Benny Cutie been a part of that master plan?